Hello, hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and welcome back to our Indian Ocean campaign on War on the Sea. It's day 146, the 21st of August, 1942, and we are flat out on the defensive. With the exception of Port Blair, I have no offensive plans right now. I want to level this down a little bit. Possibly some of these, like maybe this one right here, that's a level 3, that could be a problem. Sabang is also a level 3. We may be doing that, but right now we're waiting for our cruisers to come out of rest and repair. I have decided to stage the invasion of Port Blair out of Rangoon, just because it's the shortest distance. If we can get this down to a level 1 or a level 0, all the better. Then we would just have to worry about what they can bring from here. I am going to try and save up for another carrier. I think that having a battleship would be cool, and it definitely give me some firepower, but we are fighting a war over the horizon, basically. And if we can take out ships with planes, then that is what I plan on doing. I'm going to start with the transport convoys, whatever happens to be left after I split them all off and send the most damaged ones back. Running fuel and engineering up here. We could build this up to a level whatever airfield. I think a level 3 airfield would be decent for this. That would provide extra fighter cover for the ships moving in, plus some offensive capabilities. It's just a matter of getting it there. I think I did away with my tankers, so that is something I'm going to have to keep in mind as I make plans. Right now, off the coast of Akyab, we have this sighting of 2 ships, maybe 2 submarines. It says fast, so I'm kind of, in a way, doubting that they are 2 submarines. We've got 2 Hurricanes and 2 Blenheims. Let's put 4 250-pound semi-armor piercing bombs on them, get them up. I don't know if I should spawn into tactical right now or try and get them a little closer. I think I'm going to try and get them a little closer before we do this here. It's not going to be much closer, but the Express right here is just kind of holding position here. But I'm going to start with investigating this and attacking whatever it happens to be. And then we will go from there and see what the day brings for the British forces. And yep, it is actually 2 submarines. They may be bringing a small amount of troops to our base here to try and cause some problems. I've got the Blenheims turning around. One is targeting the lead submarine, the other one is targeting the tailing submarine. Let's have you slow down a little bit so it opens up some distance between the planes, makes this a little easier to manage. I am going to do the bombing myself. I'm not going to bring them up like I usually do to a higher altitude. I just want to get them in on the targets and drop before they can submerge here. Looks like we've got a pretty good track on them. We've just got to get them before they get under the water, which may be kind of a challenge. Alright, this Blenheim is way off course. Alright. Put it right on the bullseye. if I can. Yep. I don't think we're gonna get this one down, but we can try. Yeah, this one already submerged. Really don't like the decreased level of zoom here. But I guess it is what it is. And we did drop the bombs. Dive planes on this one aren't even down yet. It's interesting. We may actually get one kill out of this this attack here. I could always send the other Blenheim back to do some strafing too. Kind of surprised she hasn't tried diving. Alright, bombs away. Select you. Maybe retarget the one that's on the surface and run in for a strafing run. There we go. Magazine explosion. I don't think we're going to need that strafing run. But we are going to stay in the area here in case they try and pop back up to the surface. We'll get the other Blenheim back. Like this. Alright, so now I guess it's just a matter of waiting and seeing. Let's see, where's the other one? Moderate damage, no flooding on the other one, on the number one. So the Blenheims are going to circle for a little bit. We're going to stay in the area and see if that other sub pops back up. And we might actually be able to see them if we look. But, alright, we're going to see what happens here. See if the Blenheims can use their guns to take out the other submarine. So after some time of shadowing the other submarine, which we can see right down there, she is getting her damages fixed, so she is going to be making a run for it and getting out. But we did get one of them down, so good job, Blenheims, and you can return to base. Currently with Task Force Able, they were heading up to that area, so I'm assuming this may be the submarine. We're gonna start maneuvering now. Have you come out this way. Sumatra, just get your speed built back up. We're gonna have you head this way. Manxman can come out this way, as well as we're gonna have you turn on your sonar. Have you come over here. Cornwall, we're going to get you into a evasive maneuver. So far nobody's seen anything, but that doesn't mean that sub didn't come out on us here. I did launch the 2 hurricanes that I had, but didn't see anything, so I'm kind of curious what we have here, what we're looking at. You would assume Cornwall would be the most logical target of a submarine. That's why I sent her into a wild spin. Alright, Vampire, I want you to get your sonar on too. We're going to move you out a little quicker, just to get you out in front of Cornwall in case they're on our starboard side of the convoy. Of course, this may actually be nothing, too, so... Oh, shit. It's not nothing. Alright, start your maneuvers. You need to head up here as fast as you can. Sumatra should be okay. Manxman, that's another story here. Come on, Manxman, make your turn. Make your turn. It's gonna be close with that one. Yeah, that was pretty close. Right, at least we know what direction the submarine came from. So, Manxman, let's get you down to 4 knots and straightened out. We're going to have you race up there a little quicker. Vampire, I'm going to turn you around. Cornwall, you can come up like this. Right, Vampire's turning around. Cornwall is fine. We're going to start slowing down a little bit, but not too much. Sumatra should be okay, but we're going to turn her nevertheless. Alright, once we get up a little bit further to the north, Anidos is going to slow way down and act as the spotter for this submarine. And hopefully we can pick her up and move in for a depth charge run. Okay, time is good. We did get right in front of the submarine. Here she comes. We got 5 depth charges. We're going to bump that up to maybe 7 seconds. Alright, let them loose. Depth charges are out. Apparently sitting on the surface because they're not actually depth charges. Mines. Okay. Anyway, Sumatra has depth charges. They better be depth charges. Got 20 of them. Unfortunately, we lost her, so you're gonna get out of the way. You're gonna come over here to actually launch this attack. Or Sumatra. Whichever one happens to show up first. I really don't care. Get moving. Sumatra's about to make a run on the submarine. Gonna cut your speed drastically. You'll drift in front of her. That's okay. Ready? Alright. Drop them. Drop those depth charges. There we go. Keep dropping them. Not sure why we only dropped a few. A little bit off. It's like the sub's propellers are stopped, so is as of right now dead in the water. And there we go. Good submarine. Good job, Sumatra. That makes me happy, at least with this submarine. Boom! There she goes. Alright, well, that's 2 subs down for the day. Okay, the first of our transport convoys are back. Lansing has critical and critical damage, so we are going to use her. Pair. Lismore and Bathurst, minor damage and none, so we are just going to rearm them. And they are going to come up and join with the Norman. I just rearmed Norman. She does have damage, but it's not bad. And we can form them up into a small destroyer group. I'm thinking they could patrol right along in here. Task Force 2 is almost up at Rangoon to drop off. I believe they have nothing but troops, more troops. So they're going to drop off those troops. I've got Task Force Baker over here patrolling. Very hesitant to bring them any closer to this area, just for the sake of not being bombed into oblivion. Abel is up here patrolling like this. I may actually bring out another destroyer or light cruiser to join with this group. I don't think I actually have any light cruisers that I can afford. We got the Boise. It's 20. 12. I could bring out the Celadon as a light cruiser. That might not be bad. Now let's do that. Celadon. You are going to merge with those 2 destroyers. They do only have a top speed of 17, but this group right here with Norman should be okay to hold the line here as long as they don't throw anything extremely heavy at me. If they show up with the battleship, I'm screwed. If they show up with a light cruiser, it's going to be a nasty fight, and there are going to be losses, but I think I need to have some form of sea power down in here. Speaking of sea power, I hope you are enjoying the scenarios on sea power. I'm absolutely loving that game, and I really can't wait till they get the campaign up and running on that. I think that's sometime in the first quarter of this year. So that will be something that will be started at some point, and single scenarios are going to be continued. I know there's a lot of creators out there that have made basically mini campaigns with their scenarios, which is pretty cool. So I don't think there's going to be a lack of Sea Power content anytime soon. But that is like maybe 40, 50 years into the future. And right now we have to do something about the Japanese in the Indian Ocean. So let's get at it again. We've got 3 hurricanes out of Akia that have spotted an extremely large inbound bomber group to do shore bombing on our airfield, which is not good. These guys are probably both going to die. Fighters don't do very good against... Well, these guys don't do very good against anybody. We got one of them down. Hurricanes. Do some damage here if we can. Who are you shooting at? Shoot, 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 shoot. It doesn't matter if you're too close. Just shoot. That was one of our hurricanes. They're trying to get away. We are almost out of ammo, but we did get that one down. You're gonna die, apparently. I was just about to move them out of harm's way. Alright, well, this one last hurricane here. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with this. Not gonna do it. No point. Just I'd lose them. So the Japanese are going to probably bomb Akiab now. Alright, well, here we are. An encounter with Rangoon at 8 o'clock at night. No air power available. It is 9 ships. A very large convoy. Let's see what they do. Enemy troops have landed at Rangoon. Not a surprise. Okay with that. It looks like they didn't land enough. So, meanwhile, down here we have Task Force 1 moving in. Clamcully and Durham Castle are both very damaged. I'll take a look at them. If they're too bad, I'll release them. Bangor, not entirely sure what to do with Bangor, but I guess we could probably figure something out for her. Task Force Charlie is moving up. A little too late, but I guess they'll be there in case they try and put another batch of troops on. This is not really a worry. I'm going to eat my supplies. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Second supply convoy out of heading for Rangoon. Charlie's still making their way in. Let's see what they do. And didn't do much. So Charlie should be able to get into position fairly good. Gotta hand it to the AI timing that perfectly so I can't launch any planes on them. These guys are going to combine. Task Force 3 is going to combine with Task Force 1, I believe. I did add a Class tanker in this group. We're going to get them up to Akiab to re-up their air wing. Probably get them a little closer to that. And we got our 11 command points. I did get, let's see if we can here. Group. Yep, there we go. All right, so Task Force 1 has some troops, fuel, and engineering bound for Akiab. That will allow them to not only hold the base, like 27, about 1100, 700. So they'll drop off the engineering and fuel, make their way down here, drop off the troops. Task Force 2 is moving in to pick up some troops from here. Those are our supply convoys. We have 2 of them now. Counter with Coconata. Nothing at all we can do about it. That's 9 ships. What time is it? Yeah. 10 o'clock at night. See what they do. Me troops have landed at Coconata. My lord. And cliche. Well, I guess I know where these guys are going. Aren't gonna have any supplies. I barely move. Make this and do it. And down you go. Need 1 more surface convoy, maybe 2 offense or defensively to do something about all of this. Protect these bases. I don't have to keep hopscotching troops around between these 2. Because I don't know really if they're going to hold out. And they just lost. So, drop the troops off and see how that affects. Unload cargo. Nada. Manage cargo. And get them the fuck out. Outstanding. Task Force Charlie's about to earn their paycheck. I think I see some red underneath there, but I'm not sure. You guys are doing okay, but Task Force Charlie is going to have to fight something. There's something there. We know that. It's going to be night. So let's get into it. All right, decided to give up on that. Not wasting the time. Fairly annoyed. Rangoon's doing okay. Coconata's back in Japanese hands. Headed back. Let's take a look at what we have coming on arrest and repair fairly soon here. Heavy cruiser, 7 days. 10 days for the Kent heavy cruiser. And the rest are merchants. So 7 and 10 days, we'll get 2 more heavy cruisers back. That can be the start of another task force. We got quite some time before we get an oiler back in 8. That might be handy. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. Wasn't the best, but we did sink a couple submarines. There's that. kind of a mixed bag, I guess. We consolidated our forces, but we lost some bases. We're fighting for another one. So we'll see how things go in the future episodes. I'm gonna stick with my strategy of trying to hold the line. Once we can get another surface group up and running, we could have a patrol down here as well as up here, and then it's just a matter of logistics. I am going to bring out those 2 heavy cruisers, probably add them to Able, and that'll be a good bombardment force for Port Blair. So we continue on. This is not going to be a short campaign for sure. I'll try and cut out as much of the really boring stuff as I can. Like shooting at fishing boats. I don't really see the point in showing that anymore. A lot of downtime on my end. That's why you've only been getting like one of these episodes a week, because there's just so much downtime. I only have so much time to do these recordings, and 1 or 2. I wanted to get 2 episodes up this week for you guys, but it's looking like maybe 1. But yeah. If I can get another one recorded, I will, and you'll have 2 War on the Sea episodes this week for first time in forever. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you have any thoughts, tips, or advice, leave those in the comment section below. If you want to follow along, hit the subscribe, and we will pick this up again in our next episode, which will hopefully be better than this one. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a very good day.